Welcome back to day number 8 of our 21-day challenge of prayer, fasting, and intercession. I hope that you have been grasping on these past days of the fruit of the Spirit, enjoying this time that you've had with God, enjoying a little bit of Word as you are preparing yourself as well, seeking more into the Word. We're going to actually finish tomorrow with the last fruit of the Spirit, but I need to speak today on the 8th fruit of the Spirit. Some good stuff, some good insight that I know will be very edifying for you and your spirit. It says in Galatians chapter 5, verse 22 until verse 23, but the Holy Spirit produces this kind of fruit in our lives: gentleness. The word gentleness in the Greek is prautes. It's commonly known as meekness, which is a divinely balanced virtue that can only operate through faith. I spoke in these past couple of days that I really believe that the fruit of the Spirit was placed in a specific order. It was placed in a specific position so we would be able to understand more each fruit of the Spirit and be able to portray them correctly. Yesterday we spoke about faithfulness. We need to learn more about faithfulness to be able then to understand why we need to portray gentleness. As it says, it's a divinely balanced virtue that can only operate through faith. The New Spirit-Filled Life Bible defines gentleness as a disposition that is even-tempered, tranquil, balanced in spirit, unpretentious, and that has the passions under control. The word best translated is meekness. Not as an indication of weakness, but of power and strength under control. The person who possesses this quality pardons injuries, corrects faults, and rules his own spirit well. Galatians 6:1 reads in the New International Version, brothers, if someone is caught in a sin, you who are spiritually should restore him gently. Amazing how the word describes it. The Apostle Paul was saying in this verse, we have the responsibility when we live by the Spirit to restore a person if caught in sin. But the word doesn't say to do it publicly. The word doesn't say to do it in a harsh manner. The word doesn't say it to do it in a rude manner, causing attention, to be rough. No, it says to do it gently. Ephesians 4:2 says as follows: be completely humble and gentle. Be patient, bearing with one another in love. To be completely humble and gentle, not partial, not half, but completely. Gentleness, meekness. It's a very interesting word that describes itself. It shows us how it is displayed through the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Listen to this. Gentleness or meekness. It's a humility and a lowliness of mind of which Christ, the Son, is celebrated as an example and as a pattern, and which the Holy Spirit from Him transcribes into the heart of a regenerate person, and lies in having mean thoughts of himself and walking humbly with God the Father, acknowledging every favor, being thankful for every blessing and depending on His grace, and in behaving with modesty and humility among men. That is gentleness. It's more than just being soft-spoken. It's more than just being sensitive to one's feelings. It's more than just being nice with a person. It's important to understand that what we read describes Jesus in a way that many religious people won't comprehend. You see, Jesus conducted Himself on earth as God conducts Himself in heaven, acknowledging every favor. Humility and lowliness. Now the word lowliness, you may think, wow, that doesn't sound like a pretty word, but believe it or not, the word lowliness means a humbleness in attitude. So we're describing Jesus as being humble and being humble in His attitude or position. See, His gentleness had nothing to do with His state of being while He was here on earth. It had to do everything with His state of mind. Gentleness was Jesus' was showing was a virtue that could only operate through faith. It's a fruit that we display that must operate through faith. Gentleness doesn't come from an outward expression as it comes from an inward position. You see, day number 8, we have to let people know around us that our expression and our position align together so that our words and our actions can connect to the throne of God. Show gentleness, show that meekness to others, show that you have strength and power under control. Of course, we don't want people to take it for granted, but as the word describes it, it's a strength and a power that is under control. It's a divine virtue that it has to be operated through faith. Day number 8, gentleness. Stay tuned as we speak tomorrow of the last fruit of the Spirit and tie this all together so we can explain and show and portray the fruit of the Spirit within our lives and show the emotions of God. Be blessed, and we'll see you tomorrow.